Hello, this video is a review of a product by Loke BattleMats, perhaps. It's called Towns and Taverns, and you get 2 books in it, and as I say, it's a battle map. But also, there's another product, the Dungeons version. These are seriously worth your time, and I will show you why now. So 2 books, Volume 1, Volume 2, unsurprisingly. Brilliant. Hard covered. Thick pages, decent pages, and straight off, we're off with whiteboard, erasable pens place. This is obviously blank, as you can see, but then we get into some decent, brilliant artwork, to be fair. I'm really impressed, so colourful and rich, and because it has the ring binding here, and as a printer, I use these things. It just gives that. They advertise the fact that it's a very much a fall flat thing. If it was stitch bound in there, you'd have that horrible sort of pushing the cover down aspect. This just falls flat and solid. That is really a good thing. So you can use these as a 12-inch by 12-inch game sheet, and as they move around, you can just flip over, but it's meant to be used in conjunction with book 2, such as the first page of book 2, volume 2, is also a huge blank sheet, which you can have several more of these and make a massive area. Now, so page 3, if I match up page 3 and page 3, like so, they actually follow the paths on. And what they've designed with this in mind is that you might use it the other way around. So there's an access point and an entry point, hopefully, to marry up whatever design you decide. So if we go through this book, look, I just turned the page, and you could use that because this makes sense, but I'm not even on the right double pairing yet. This is the actual one that goes with it, and that's the beauty. You should be able to randomly turn to any page, and it kind of works, and putting them different way around. And if you buy another box, you can put them, side by side as well. If you wish, it works that way as well. You can have, as big as your game space is, just a few packs of these books and you are set. Now we are on page 5 and 5, so let's go the next one. Well, take a look at that. Yeah, that works. That's hot coals in there, so the buildings they've kept empty so that you can put your 3D terrain or your stickers or whatever on there. You've got little raised up watchtowers here for NPCs or whatever you decide, but they're so rich with their tile work and their shadows, and it's thick. That's what's really good. Okay, this one doesn't necessarily make sense, but how about if would they do that? I'm just trying this out now. That actually works. I don't know where the boats are going to go, but that just shows. I wonder if we flip. I'm testing this out now. If we flipped backwards, these books are upside down now. Look at that. Still works. That's great. Doesn't work like that, I guess. But these are so rare that they don't work, especially when you get to the city stuff. But surely you can see the idea here. Internal town. I've only gone halfway into a pair and it works. You can just look, pretty much randomly open up on any page. That's meant to be an inn apparently, which I can understand that, and they think this might be a fight pit or whatever you decide. I am so impressed with these books. I'm going to flip through some more images, lovely gardens, because I want to show you the Dungeons one as well. Lovely bit of open land also, so you can have your big battles run down the alleyways and out in there. Look at that, wonderful. Am I on the wrong pages? So, yeah, you can double those up, or you can continue doing this. As I say, I have them in different order. I can't believe I've only just discovered these. Yeah, there's so many different varieties. I mean, I love maps anyway, and I do find I'm buying the double-sided maps online for each location, and the money adds up. And once you've played on it, it becomes overused fairly quickly. But the way that you can keep the game moving in different locations, and it's just a flip of a page. I mean, it's game changing for me. You know, I do like Theatre of the Mind's alright, but I would much rather plonk a miniature in a 3D space so my players get what's going on easier. Okay, let's switch to the dungeons. Again, we have a Volume 1, Volume 2, and you know, you can just have a map open over here and say, well, the other side of town, you go to the other side of town and walk into this alleyway, and it's not even related. So you could flip the book over, however you decide. This company just needs so much praise. Again, because it's the dungeons and the other books, they all have these blanks, which is a real freebie and so useful, because that's what most of us start off with, just the blank wipeable pages. Even though it's called Dungeons, it's not all dungeons. It's not, you know, all boring concrete walls, because that's the hard thing, isn't it? When you get dungeon maps, a lot of the time they're quite dull. You can only have so much stone, but these have punched in life and colour into the dungeon stuff. Endless ideas and locations. I've discovered a video that they have for the wilderness ones as well, and it says wilderness, and it's as you think, crossing the plains and stuff. But there's the snow areas, the sand dunes. It's not just some grass constantly. There's jungle, which I could use for Tomb of Annihilation right now. I have boxes of tiles. I have all those official, what are they called? The city and the dungeons and the warehouse, you know, the boxes that they released. They're not as good as this, because my tiles aren't wipeable for a start. They get a little bit frayed with use. But, I mean, I think I've made my point. These things, I think they're about 30 quid. But, I mean, it's just got everything you'll ever need. Take a look online at this stuff, because I am absolutely mesmerised by it. Good job, guys. If you found something useful here, please consider subscribing.